first time in the long history of the World Championships, it will be Serbia atop the podium. Stevan takes a bow to this appreciative crowd. An Olympic champion, a world champion, knocked out on his path to the finals. And now he takes down another reigning world champion in Higuchi.
That's like the kind of the culmination of everything that you put yourself into stepping foot on the wrestling mat. Obviously, like when I first started the sport, I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But once, I got a grasp of it and felt it, and I started getting good at it, and I fell in love with the sport even more. I had goals set to be the best in the world. So definitely, you can feel that hard, long years of work, sacrifice, determination that you put into a sport, or to see yourself improve on every single year. And to do pretty much almost 20 years to accomplish that goal is something spectacular, because it doesn't always happen right away. This shows determination. This shows trusting the process, and how to just keep mining, just keep pushing. You could be right there. I made myself want to start wrestling. I liked fighting. I liked combat sports. I used to watch Power Rangers. I got probably inspired through something like that. My dad was and my uncle were into jiu-jitsu at the time, so they were kind of into me trying to do anything like that. I kind of was familiar with BJJ a little. I tried karate, but wasn't really. I wanted to actually, instead of practicing forms, I wanted to actually fight somebody. So I brought home a flyer. Actually, I got invited to start at our Rick Larson Wrestling Club, the freestyle group. I brought the flyer home. My parents were just like, all right, if you want to do it, let's try it. So that's kind of how it all started. But I won my first state title then, and I decided, I like the taste of this. I did an AAU dual team, competed against people around the country, and I think after that, in winning a couple state titles, and seeing where, what is there next in wrestling after that. Being a high school state champ is important. Even winning one is a huge, huge deal, and it's a big milestone. I think bigger than any other milestone that can be done in the United States is to be a high school state champion, whatever state you're from. I won 3 state titles my sophomore through senior year. Obviously, a 4-time was a goal, but honestly, one, I would have been happy, because my dad always told me, look, we're gonna go into the state series here, before even my freshman year. And you might never win a state title, but every year you're gonna get better. And he always told me that. He'll still talk about how he said that to me. And it's true, because if you're focused on improving and getting better, your goals are gonna happen. As long as you give full effort and you do improve your skills, and you can compete and keep it together up here. There's nothing that should hold you back.
Stevan of Cedar Lake, Indiana, and there's one in on the leg is Missick, and boom, gonna get the takedown for 1, and gonna get the turn for 2 more, and a count.
So I actually ended up winning Fargo before I even won a state title in high school. Freestyle has always been something for me that's been the most important, my favorite style of wrestling. So I cared more about freestyle than anything in folk style. I never even competed at a national tournament in folk style until I went to college.
Stevan of Indiana.
From Indiana. State titles for his little kid. He's got probably 10 state titles.
This is my Fargo bracket when I won Fargo.
How many people?
I think 90 people.
Give him a takedown. That would have changed the whole trip. He was holding on his foot. Stevan put him to his butt, into his back, and he kept this just a little piece of the foot, not from the inside, the outside, and they didn't give him the takedown.
30 seconds here. So 2 different paths between these 2 guys, but they made their seeds, and this will be fun to watch.
From 2017 to 2018, I made a lot of physical gains where I just felt like I kind of grew into my body. I was able to kind of make some confidence boosts, kind of get my wrestling together. I was a little more sound as a package, technically, physically, mentally. I ended up winning Big Tens that year.
Fleeing the mat there, but he'll give up that. No, 1 point for the riding time. 7-4, a 3-point victory for Stevan.
And then I was NCAA runner-up.
Getting those 6 points with the takedown and the 4 point, that's what did it.
And that was also the first year I started competing for Serbia. But that year was the first year I really felt like, hey, I'm mature enough to actually, and my technique, I've really improved to where I made the jumps in the past couple of years at Michigan. I'm starting to piece things together where hey, I'm dangerous now. I can be a threat.
Stevan Micic takes a bow to this appreciative crowd. An Olympic champion, a world champion.
It's got me caught up because this is what I've dreamed of since I was a little boy, to be a world champion wrestler. And I mean, wrestling has given me, in the past 20 years, a lot of things, a lot of opportunities. It's given me, so many friends, relationships, bonds, brothers, bonds with my family. That's most important, and just what our family is shaped around the sport a little bit, and putting these sacrifices in. But luckily, I've had a really supportive family. But wrestling overall, these 20 years has taught me a lot of things. It's shaped me and molded me into the man that I am now. Not just a world champion, but a person, a man of character, humility, respect, and I think a lot of things that you learn is a lot of personality traits that you can really improve on. Wrestling's also given me a lot of tough heartbreak and downfall and things that I'm not I wish that didn't happen, but that's kind of part of the sport, and everybody has a different journey. So I've been able to, but because of wrestling, I've been able to get through it and push through it and be mentally tough, and been able to actually accomplish the main goal of what I wanted, and that's what I believe is going to help me accomplish this goal. It's yet to be seen what the future holds for me, but I think regardless of what it holds, because I think it's going to be a lot of great stuff, whether it's me, as the athlete competing, as an ambassador for the sport, as an ambassador for freestyle wrestling, developmental aspect, or in the business of wrestling, just in general. I think that I want to just be someone who can say that I've represented the sport well, and that I will continue to represent the sport in a positive atmosphere to grow the sport in the world and show people how amazing of a sport it is, why it's the best sport in the world, and why people want to watch it and why they should watch Stevan Micic wrestle.